Welcome to the most listened to golf in the world, the Fairways of Life show, on air, online, and around the world, with the most candid interviews, unforgettable stories, taking you beyond the ropes. Here's your host, New York Times best-selling author, Matt Adams.
Welcome to the Fairways of Life show, folks. It is an absolute delight to have your company. We are coming to you from our home here at Studio 2 at NBC Sports for the next couple of weeks. And today's show might be one of the most important shows that we've ever done. I know having done, thousands of shows over the years, that may sound like a boastful claim, but the reason why is that today we are focusing on junior golf. Think about this for a second. You have a son or you have a daughter that's interested in the game of golf. Maybe it's a grandson or granddaughter, or someone that you're in some way associated with, but they're interested in the game of golf. Where do you go? How do you get started? Who do you contact? Where do you do your research? All of these questions are questions that we are going to address today, because junior golf, post-COVID, through COVID, but post-COVID focusing, has absolutely been booming. The numbers are incredible. The Aspen Institute used numbers for the National Golf Foundation, put together some of the following data that I just wanted to bounce off you so you get a sense of what's going on, but at the same time, you get a sense of the importance of what we're talking about, because when you hear the cliche that these are the individuals that will inherit the game, it is quite literal. Junior golf has increased 40% since 2019 on course. Off course, the increase has been even more profound. It's up 82% during the same period. So a 60% increase combined. The largest area of growth has been in the 13 to 17-year-old age group, having increased just under 50% collectively. The latest numbers have female junior golfers making up 36% of participants, and a quarter of junior golfers are non-Caucasian. So Ryan Daly is the co-founder of Operation 36, and we wanted to jump off and start with Ryan today because they are making some noise. They are using some very prominent names to carry their message forth, but we wanted to make sure that that message was carried forth in this medium as well. Ryan, welcome into the program. We're delighted to have your company. I guess the best place for me to start with this whole thing is to say, who is Operation 36?
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Matt, for having us this morning. Appreciate it. Operation 36 is a program that is designed to take a player from their first round of golf, having never played before, to being able to shoot par or better for 9 holes. And the way it works is folks start in level 1, which is 25 yards away from the hole. They play in 9-hole events put on by the golf professional, and they try to shoot 36 or better. If they do beat 36, every hole's a par 4, then they move on to level 2, 50 yards away, and they keep moving back in 10 levels is the total program. And once they get stuck, because everybody gets stuck at a certain yardage, they have the golf professional and their weekly classes that help them, along with the curriculum in Operation 36, which you can see on the screen that the coach uses, along with the parents in the app to connect the coach with the parents and the student. So that's pretty much Op 36 in a nutshell, and we're pretty much the welcome mat to golf. Our goal is to increase the funnel at the top. We don't want to exclude people from golf because maybe they can't hit the ball extremely far, they're not very coordinated. Anybody can start 25 yards away from the hole, have a great time, and then fall in love with the game.
All right, so Ryan, when you say that you view yourself as the welcome mat into the game, which I think is a wonderful way to do it, because it has a sense of saying, come on across this threshold and join us for this lifetime passion as such. Where are you? Where is Operation 36? How extensive is it? For people that are watching us around the continent and around the world, how can they get involved?
Absolutely. So Op 36 started here in North Carolina in 2010 with one facility that we ran at. Fast forward to today, we're at over 800 locations in 15 different countries. There's close to
Whoa.
200,000 people playing Operation 36 around the world, and about 50% of them are junior golfers, and about 50% of them are adults. And we originally designed Op 36 to be just for juniors, but it happened that the moms tapped us on the shoulder and said, hey, will you teach us how to play the game of golf this way? And then the market evolved and told us that we need to offer this to adults as well. So folks can go on our website, op36.golf, just click Get Started, and they can find a program near them. A golf professional guides them into the game, so they don't have to go on their own. As a dad myself, I don't have to guide my child into the game. I can find a golf professional that will help me along with this, which we found to be very effective as we tested this throughout the last 15 years of trying to figure out how to make it work.
Operation36.golf is the website. Operation36.golf is the website. You know what's great about it, Ryan, is that we're at a point today where, for a variety of reasons, some of them political agendas and what have you, where people speak about growth of the game. You guys are actually doing that. Boots on the ground. You are literally growing the game in all these different areas. How did you envision this? How did you come up with this? And how did you get to a point where you realized that starting from 25 and in, that you break a barrier of intimidation?
Yeah, so that took us, Matt, 6 years to figure out, through frustration, through pulling our hair out, through a lot of stress, because there wasn't any way to get a child onto the golf course when we started in 2010 without either doing like a huge 4-person scramble or putting 5 kids in a cart and going on the course. We just couldn't figure that out. And through trial and error, we figured out that the number, like the number on my shirt here, 36, matters a lot in the golf industry. Like that number matters. And what yardage we tried to problem solve could we put someone at where they could possibly shoot close to that number in their very first attempt at golf? Because everybody's attention span, it seems like, and you probably know better than most of us, like since COVID, attention spans have shrunk so much. So you're trying to figure out, how do you grab somebody's attention, show them a little bit of progress, and then if they see some progress, they can be motivated to want to keep doing it. And that's really what 25 yards does, Matt. It's like anybody, even if you haven't picked up a club before, there's a potential that you're going to make your first par in your first 9 holes. And we have some players, some juniors that had their first birdie ever, and they're running around the green all excited about their first birdie ever, or an eagle if they get a 2. But then when they sign that scorecard and they bring it home to show their dad, who might have been at work, and the dad sees that the kid shot 39, the dad's like, holy smokes, I've never shot 39 before. Maybe golf is for you. And then they really start to support them. So 25 yards really is a great yardage that we have found, where folks can keep up with pace of play. They don't hold up the golf course, but they also shoot a score that they're proud of. And you really need that from the beginning, versus when I started, I think I shot like 130 or something when I started the first 18 holes, and it wasn't a fun experience.
Ryan, I know you heard me allude to it already, that you have aligned yourself with a pretty big name in Rory McIlroy. Could you talk to us about Rory's association and why he's so supportive?
Yeah, Rory's come on board and been super supportive of the program, for introducing new golfers to the game. We had a chance to meet him at the beginning of this year down in Florida for the shoot with Lauren, and Lauren Thompson has been absolutely fantastic as well. But Rory really sees the benefit to girls golf, especially because he has a young daughter that's getting into the game, and he really gravitated toward Op 36 because of that. And the interesting thing, when you look at our metrics, they're starting to evolve into a very girl-centered program. Now, certainly we have boys in the program as well, but our percentages are high enough that it's like, oh my goodness, if you really want to get girls into the game, Op 36 is a great way to do it. And I think that's the main reason why Rory looked at this and go, this is perfect for my daughter.
It's awesome, Ryan. I love what you guys are doing. For my part, I've always felt that the saviors of the game of golf, and this is going back to the days when the game collectively at a recreational level was struggling to attract new golfers, and that the saviors of the game will be females, juniors, women. And it's not only introducing them into the game, it's making them feel welcome into the game, and it's keeping them in the game long term. That is precisely what you guys are doing. You're doing it across the board with males and females, but the focus that you gave us is of note. Thank you. for what you
Perfect.
guys are doing. It's really, really exciting. Operation36.golf. If you guys want to check it out, we have a whole show today about information just like this: how, when, where you can get your junior golfer involved. Ryan, we wish you the very, very best. Thank you for your time. The Fairways of Life show is presented by the PGA Tour Superstore. If you want to get your junior golfer outfitted with the best equipment, be sure to go to the PGA Tour Superstore. They're the #1 golf retailer from coast to coast, and they are for a reason. I believe it is because they're big, beautiful stores that have everything you could possibly need for your game or perhaps the game of your junior golfer, as noted. But it's because, to me, you're shopping with professionals. They are vested in your best interest. PGA Tour Superstore and PGATourSuperstore.com is a great place to get started. We are just getting started today. We are solving the riddle of junior golf and how you can get your junior golfer involved in the game as the Fairways of Life show continues right after this.
I got ball fit in 2000, went on a little run. Then Bridgestone fit me again, and I went on another run. I just got fit again for the new Tour BX. The ball fitting's been helping me. Will it help you?
PGA Tour Superstore pros aren't born. They're made. Every January, hundreds of associates talk to the top manufacturers, learn about the latest clubs, test the newest equipment, log thousands of hours of training, and together hit over 100,000 balls, all so they can get you the perfect fit.
I think when you're training for other sports, or why most people go to the gym is so that they can have muscles and be strong and be healthy. And a lot of the reason why they struggle to play golf is their body doesn't move properly for them to be able to hit a golf ball. And when you're training for golf, it's a little bit different because you're focused more on flexibility and mobility and being strong in motion. When you're able to kind of have a warm up and have a workout routine and kind of gradually build up to where you're training your body to move properly, yeah, you're going to get a lot of big dividends on the golf course.
Our journey began with a simple yet powerful vision to provide the world with the highest quality Virginia-type peanuts. The Hubbard Peanut Company, where quality and tradition meet to create an unforgettable experience. Visit hubspeanuts.com to explore our full range of products and place your order today.
Super easy to hit. Introducing the new PXG Black Ops irons, our first game improvement iron.
It's a larger face heel to toe.
It launches the ball high in the air and really far.
Much higher levels of forgiveness. You set that club down, creates a lot of confidence. It's supported by this X-Core column material.
And that's where you get improved ball speed. If you're looking for a distance, forgiveness, and feel, Black Ops iron is going to be for you.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Stride by Zero Friction, the first of its kind personal caddy. Walk in comfort and style with Stride's remote and follow me technology. The Stride handles almost any terrain, and its 54-hole range will last all day. The lightweight design and removable front wheels makes it simple to handle. Plus, it easily fits golf carts. Pick up your Stride today at a local PGA Tour Superstore near you or at zerofriction.com/Stride. Stride, your personal caddy.
That's what it's about right there, folks. Getting these kids involved in the game of golf, and it is a passion that will last an absolute lifetime. We have been planning this show for a long time, absolutely pumped about having this opportunity to share with all of you how, when, where you can get the junior golfer in your life, maybe a son or daughter, maybe it's a grandchild. Get them involved in this game of golf, and the numbers are absolutely booming. Here's some of the organizations that you can see that we're going to be talking to today. You just heard from Ryan from Operation 36. I told you that website is operation36.golf, but we're going to be continuing the conversation with an initiative that now took off a few years ago from the PGA of America called the PGA Junior League. John Lindert is the president of the PGA of America. He's the director of golf at the Country Club of Lansing up in Michigan. And there's a lot of stuff I could be talking to John about today, swirling in and around the game of golf, but our focus is on junior golf. And it's a focus that I'm, one, as you can tell, excited about sharing, because I do believe that it is the building blocks for the continued success for the game of golf, letting these kids get exposed to the game, letting them learn the game of golf, and letting them carry forward as the next generation of passionate golfers. Honestly, never before in the history of the game have we had more organizations working harder, reaching more people in order to set the foundation moving forward for the game of golf. It's really exciting, and the PGA of America has been forefront with that. We welcome John to the program this morning. So, John, the PGA Junior League was what I was referring to in terms of the initiative that you guys started some years ago to say, you know what, team golf for juniors is a pretty good way to once again bring down the barriers of intimidation and make these kids feel welcome into the game of golf. Good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, PGA Junior League, we started as a growth of the game initiative to try to introduce the game of golf to youth that haven't had the experience to play golf before, and kind of have a soft entry. The format is a scramble format, two-person scramble. It allows the players to learn how to play the game, compete in the game, enjoy a team aspect, which we really haven't had before. And, we've seen some great success. We have over 70,000 children that are now participating in PGA Junior League from 17 years of age and under. We just had our national championship for U13 at the home of the PGA of America in Frisco, Texas. It's just been a fabulous program. We've seen kids go on from PGA Junior League to participate, in college, go on to tours. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful program for the growth of the game.
John, I have to tell you, as we're watching this video from the PGA Junior League, I got a chill that ran right up my spine watching those kids shake hands, getting ready to play, the focus, the character that they displayed. And then I gotta tell you something else too. Them wearing a team shirt with their name on the back stands out to me. Overall, it looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, it's great. And, one of the great things we get to do is we get to see the kids at a lot of our majors, at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, at our Senior PGA Championship, and our PGA Championship. And to see the number of youth that are actually wearing their team jerseys to the golf tournament is really exciting. It's tremendously impactful. And we've seen, this game continue to grow. We look forward to it continuing to get larger and larger, introducing the game to new players each and every day. And I'm excited for the future of PGA Junior League.
I am very excited about the future of the PGA Junior League because it directly relates to the future of the game of golf itself. What about instruction as the kids are going along? How do we bring them in? How do we make them feel comfortable, regardless of their level of ability in the game compared to others perhaps on the team?
Well, and that's part of the program. It obviously gives an opportunity for somebody who's never played the game to play with somebody who's young, right? Their peer, who may have a little bit more experience. And actually, it's kind of interesting where you have an 11 or 12-year-old actually mentoring the 9 and 10-year-old. It really is a great atmosphere, and it's great to have a team aspect to it because it really doesn't fall on one individual. It is actually the entire team. So we've seen some great success with it. We've seen a lot of kids begin their game of golf, begin their journey in golf through PGA Junior League. And, with what ESPN and ESPN Plus has done with their national championship, 10 hours of coverage, it's only going to get better.
And John, tell us about how people can get more information. I know it's pgajuniorleague.com is the website, but is it from coast to coast? And is it something that a parent or a grandparent can look into? And how do they get their kids involved?
Absolutely. It is coast to coast. We had 12 teams qualify nationally, but there are PGA Junior Leagues across the country. PGA professionals across the country are running this program, and in all 41 of our PGA sections. Once again, PGAJuniorLeague.com. Find a local coach and get your child signed up. It'll be an experience of a lifetime.
It sounds like it's going to be a great deal of fun, and I'd be remiss if I didn't have this couple of minutes left with you here to say thank you to you for your tenure as president of the PGA of America, which has been a busy one indeed.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's coming to an end here pretty soon, but I've enjoyed the ride, and I've enjoyed to see the success that we've had as an association. I've enjoyed watching the game of golf continue to thrive and grow through some difficult times, and it only speaks to what the game of golf brings to society. It's a great sport. It's a great game.
There is no doubt about that, John. Thank you very much for everything that you and the PGA of America have done to help lead the game into these new areas that it continues to grow into post-COVID and continue to boom. I think the role of the PGA of America and the 30,000 PGA professionals that you represent and speak for is even more important now than it's ever been before, particularly when we see such a sharp division between the top tier of the game competitively and then the rest of the game, which is booming at a recreational level. So to collectively, we also say thank you for that. We appreciate your time, and we're super excited about the PGA Junior League and the success that you're having.
Thank you. Thanks for your time this morning.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you, John. Good luck with everything. Again, thank you for everything that you have done. All right, so my guess is if you've tried to get your junior golfer involved in the game anywhere for the last couple of decades plus, that you've come across US Kids Golf. US Kids Golf is a leader not only in the equipment of junior golfers, but in the events that they have from coast to coast. Now, joining us from US Kids Golf is Dan Van Horn, who is the president and the founder of US Kids Golf. Dan, welcome into the program. You probably have heard some of the conversations we've had already today about the desire of many people to get their kids involved. However, it's not as easy as you would think when you're looking at it from the outside in terms of how and where you get started. So let's get started with you and US Kids Golf by asking the question. First of all, good day to you, but asking the question of what is US Kids Golf? How did you guys get started, and what role are you playing?
Wow, that's a big question. We 25 years ago, Matt, we gave cut down equipment to our kids. So as I was trying to bring my kids in the game, I noticed the struggle they had with clubs that were too long and too heavy. So I was really influenced a lot by baseball. I began to see lighter weight bats coming along and felt that the equipment needed to be revolutioned or changed in a way so that kids could have more success. So US Kids Golf was started as an equipment company in 1997, and we've gone from there. So I would tell parents when they want to get their kids started in golf that equipment itself is very important, and they need to get clubs that are fit for their kids. And a lot of times what happens is parents go out and want to get clubs that are grow into them, when in fact they need to go out and get clubs that are just right for them when they are playing. So they need a good fit. They need to be worried about the grip. We have training grips that we have on equipment. We recommend a yard club, for instance. And so getting the right equipment sized properly for the kid is really important.
Now, somewhere along the way, Dan, you took that mantra, making sure that junior golfers had proper equipment. And as Dan's alluding to there, that just to give you an aside here from an equipment standpoint, if you cut down an adult club, not only will it be too heavy for a junior golfer, I'm talking about the head and the shaft, but you're also making that shaft as stiff as a tree trunk because you've cut it down and you're taking away some of the flex that's naturally designed in that shaft. So what Dan is saying is make sure that head, shaft, and grip, it's fit for a junior golfer. But along the way, you guys have also evolved in terms of your junior golf programs. Could you talk to us about those initiatives?
Well, if you think about the needs of kids, they have a need for equipment. Then they have a need for competition. or tournaments, and then they have a need in the middle for development or for practice. So we thought those two areas, practice, development, as well as tournaments, needed to be started. So in the year 2000, we started with our World Championship, and it's become the largest junior golf championship in the world. We have over 2,000 players that come to Pinehurst every year from 60 different countries. On the coaching side, development side, though, we started a Coaches Institute where we go out and help the coaches at the local level learn how to make it fun for kids to come in the game and to do it with other kids their age. So it was also a thing, learning from a pro level or from an adult level is different than how you make learning for being a child and bringing it into the game. It's a different process. So we've specialized. So we're trying and have developed the entire ecosystem of equipment. We have the tournaments for kids, and then we also have the development in helping parents be able to find their top coaches in their area. So yeah, what you've got there is you see 50 of the different alumni that were in this year's U.S. Open Championship, Colin Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, some of the other people on there, Sahith Theegala, Bo Hostler. These are all people that have come through our U.S. Kids Golf events over the course of the years.
Dan, it's very impressive because you guys were at the forefront of this. You had the vision of where this could go. USkidsGolf.com is the website, USkidsGolf.com, folks, if you need more information. Dan, thank you for the efforts that you have made because you are starting a revolution in junior golf and bringing kids into the game, making them feel comfortable, equipment that is fit for them, and so much more. And as that list just demonstrated, and you picked out just a couple of the names, but there are many, the future stars of the game at every level have come through US Kids Golf, USkidsGolf.com. Dan, thank you very much for your time today. We are not done talking about junior golf. There is so much more still yet to discover how, when, and where you can get your junior golf involved in the game of golf and establish a lifetime love for the game as the Fairways of Life show continues right after this.
In Ireland, golf is more than just a game. Come and experience our world-famous links courses and our world-famous Parkland courses, all set alongside world-famous scenery. And visit our world-famous historic sites. And while you're here, enjoy our world-famous hospitality. Fill your heart with Ireland at ireland.com/golf.
Ben Hogan Golf Equipment is back. Established in 1953, we serve golfers who demand excellence of their equipment. Designed by the game's best engineers, forged in the world's best foundries, and built to order in the USA. Don't settle for off-the-rack disappointment. Elevate your game with custom clubs at direct-to-consumer pricing. Exclusively at benhogangolf.com. That's benhogangolf.com.
The best feeling iron I've ever hit. Introducing the new Gen 7 irons, the greatest leap forward in irons technology, in performance, in PXG history. Our new quantum core material explodes off the face. Are you kidding me? The Gen 7 irons deliver groundbreaking new levels of forgiveness, speed, distance, and feel. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that trajectory. Just phenomenal. Gen 7. It doesn't get any better.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm going to go after PGA Tour.
Playing on the PGA Tour is not easy. But you know what is easy?
Getting the 524 series from Tour Edge. Hitting linebackers and home runs used to be easy.
Out here, you're going to need all the easy you can get.
Introducing the 524 series from Tour Edge. The easiest clubs you'll ever hit. Even the best players in the world can use a little easy.
I like the sound of that. Look out, PGA Tour.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
What would your ultimate golf experience be like? Just you and a friend? Or would you round up some buddies for a foursome? Just one day? Or an entire week? There's a good chance your ultimate golf experience could be Michigan's magnificent 10. 10 incredible courses set among 3 remarkable resorts. See for yourself. Book your ultimate golf experience today.
Our journey began with a simple yet powerful vision to provide the world with the highest quality Virginia-type peanuts. The Hubbard Peanut Company, where quality and tradition meet to create an unforgettable experience. Visit hubspeanuts.com to explore our full range of products and place your order today.
PGA Tour Superstore pros aren't born. They're made. Every January, hundreds of associates talk to the top manufacturers, learn about the latest clubs, test the newest equipment, log thousands of hours of training, and together hit over 100,000 balls, all so they can get you the perfect fit.
As we welcome you back to the Fairways of Life show, we're dedicating today's show to this. Junior golf. How do you get your junior golfer involved? You can see the list of companies that we are featuring today, and it's all about sharing information about where and how and what makes them different than everybody else. What we're trying to do is we're trying to, for you that may be doing it for a son or a daughter or a friend or a grandchild, to give you some direction of where to get started, because it might vary depending upon the age. It might vary depending upon the experience. Your junior golfer may have never held a club before. How do you get them involved in the game of golf so that we ensure that for the rest of their life they can share in this passion for the game of golf? Youth on Course is where we're going next. Adam Hike is the CEO. Adam, welcome into the program. I guess the best place for me to start with you, aside from saying thank you for taking the time and good day to you, but what is Youth on Course? How did it get started, and exactly how does it work?
Golf Association, and the concept was to take kids who may be interested, families who may be interested in getting their son or daughter into the game, and give them actual access to play golf. There's a lot of organizations, some of whom you've already spoke to, some of you whom I know you'll speak to later, who actually teach and provide instruction and get kids excited. But if they can't go play, then we've done them a giant disservice. And Youth on Course subsidizes green fees for kids so they can play at 2,000 golf courses across the country for $5 or less every time they tee it up.
That is absolutely fantastic, and it is as important a message, or more so, than any other that we are going to be giving today. Adam, how did you do it? How did you guys take this concept, and how did you make it work from coast to coast?
You know, we started small, right? Like anything, right? Kind of crawl before you run. We started with 50 kids, 3 golf courses in the Bay Area, and negotiated rates for local facilities, right? We took tee times that were going essentially unused. This was obviously well before the pandemic and the boom of golf, but let's say 3, 4, 5 o'clock, and we would promote this to kids in local schools and local nonprofits and local youth sports organizations. And what was a very simple concept of subsidizing green fees really took off, because you could build, as a golf course, a local following of kids and families who would come to your facility. And 2,000 golf courses later, and almost 4 million subsidized rounds later, we have a community that spans all across the country, Canada, and Australia, for almost 250,000 members.
It is so incredible. Youthoncourse.org, folks. Youthoncourse.org is the website so that you can get more information of taking advantage of this. I have to ask you, early on, Adam, when you went to facilities and said, hey, we have this concept, We're going to try to find open tee times that you probably otherwise wouldn't fill, even at a discount, because we want to introduce junior golfers into the game of golf. And we're going to try to kick back a little bit of money to you anyway. How was it received early on? I have to believe now that you're in hundreds, albeit thousands now, of golf courses, that they caught on to the concept, they understood of what you were doing.
They did. They absolutely did, right? 45% of the time, a paying adult comes. And so, as a course operator, I mean, it becomes meaningful revenue after a while. And so the sales pitch wasn't hard initially. It's obviously become a little bit harder now due to the demand of golf. But I think facilities, course managers, course owners really understand that you're developing a long-term pipeline in golf. The sport needs it. It will depend on it long-term. And we're changing the conversation with so many families that, hey, cost doesn't have to be this huge issue for golf. You can literally pay a $30 membership fee to Youth on Course once a year and have access to play 2,000 facilities for $5 at a time. I mean, I don't think there's anything like it, certainly not in golf and even in youth sports. So we're seeing a lot of success, a lot of growth. More than 100,000 kids have joined over the last 18 months. So very, very excited about the future.
We're very excited about what you're doing too, Adam. Congratulations with the success that you have had, because it is going to have a profound impact on the game. It has already. Youth on Course is the name of it, and youthoncourse.org is the website if you'd like to get more information on that. So we appreciate your time. We would be greatly remiss if, as we're talking about junior golf and as we're talking about the game of golf and using the game of golf as a vehicle to introduce kids to the merits of how and why we love this game. The First Tee has been doing this now for a long time. And when you look at the core values of the First Tee, and I want to run through them with you very quickly, because they in and of themselves speak volumes, not only to the merits of the game, but if you can ingrain these merits early on into young people, then it's a benefit from every direction. Here they are: respect, courtesy, responsibility, honesty, sportsmanship, confidence, judgment, perseverance, and integrity. Can you think of any aspect of society where those core values would not be a benefit for anybody at any age? But introducing them to kids and using golf as a vehicle to do so, that's what the First Tee is all about. Greg McLaughlin is the CEO of the First Tee. Greg, absolute delight to have your company. Thank you for joining us again. You just heard me run through the core values of the First Tee. From your perspective, how is it connecting? Talk to us about the success of the program.
Well, good morning, Matt. Thank you very much for reaching out and talking about youth development and the game of junior golf, really. So we're grateful to Golf Channel and you for this initiative today. Most people are familiar with the First Tee. We're a 27-year-old youth development organization that helps kids ages 7 to 18 years of age develop their golf swing, but more importantly, build their inner strength and character. Our program's a little different, although we do teach them the game of golf, but we integrate the game of golf with more of a life skills curriculum. And it creates active learning experiences that help young people develop self-confidence, resilience, that then they carry with them in everything they do. They carry it forward in school and in life as well. So we're all about teaching the game, but then developing quality young people. 46% of our young people are diverse. 39% of them are female. 98% of our kids go on and graduate in high school, and 86% either go on to the university, military, or some post-secondary education. So we like to feel that bringing more people, more young people to the game, including females and people of color, as well as developing strong, confident kids that are performing at high levels in the classroom as well.
Firsttee.org is a website, folks, for you to get more information on everything that Greg is talking about here. Firsttee.org for more information. Greg, how many chapters do you have right now, and what's the age range of the juniors that you are serving?
So the number of kids that we'll reach out to ages from 7 to 18 years of age. We have 150 chapters. We have about 1,600 golf courses where kids are experiencing the game in actual green grass. We have another 11,000 schools where the program is being taught either in the fall or the spring in some kind of physical education. Then we have another 1,700 youth serving organizations, Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCAs. And we have 5,000 coaches, dedicated and trained coaches who really act as mentors, delivering the curriculum, which is designed for, youth development experts, finding the game of golf really as the platform. And our training system that these coaches have all been trained on are also they're onboarded through a background check program, as well as trained through various different levels of the game, as well as the program that we offered. But again, offered in all 50 states and several international locations as well. So we're excited really about the development of what we've been able to do in our 27 years.
That 27 years, when you hear that number, Greg, it's kind of stunning to think that you guys have been at this for 27 years, which you've thrown some incredibly impressive numbers at us. So I guess I would have a two-part question here. On a yearly basis, how many lives are you touching? And over the course of 27 years, can you even put a number on it?
Yeah, that's a great question. We reach about 3.2 million young people per year. And we feel that we've probably exceeded some 15 to 18 million kids over the 27-year period have gone through the program through one of our chapters, the school program, or one of our youth serving organizations. So proud of the work. Obviously, Tim Fincham, the founder of this, was recently recognized and honored with our lifetime achievement. But the USGA, PGA of America, Augusta National, LPGA, as well as the PGA Tour were, founding partners in order to really help us get this off the ground back in 1997.
And Greg, before we say goodbye to you today, I want to ask one last question. I take it that First Tee, and firsttee.org, again, folks, is the website, that any kid that's interested can have access to these programs?
Any kid. We welcome all young people, again, 7 to 18. We're in all 50 states. And, the interesting thing, Matt, which we've been able to tell is, parents today go out and they want opportunities for kids to develop self-confidence and leadership skills. And that's exactly what the First Tee's been doing for 27 years. So we're proud of the success and recognize, what the future is. And it's a challenging time for young people today, but we feel like we're right in the forefront of it.
In those critically formative years to have that opportunity. Congratulations with your continued success. Greg, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you. We're going to continue with this conversation about junior golf right after this, because we want to make sure that no matter where you are, no matter who the junior golfer is in your life, that you can find a program that fits their age, their interest level, and brings them into the game so that the game of golf can be a part of who they are for the rest of their years. We'll continue with all of that right after this.
I got ball fit in 2000, went on a little run. Then Bridgestone fit me again, and I went on another run. I just got fit again for the new Tour BX. The ball fitting's been helping me. Will it help you?
What would your ultimate golf experience be like? Just you and a friend? Or would you round up some buddies for a foursome? Just one day? Or an entire week? There's a good chance your ultimate golf experience could be Michigan's magnificent 10. 10 incredible courses set among 3 remarkable resorts. See for yourself. Book your ultimate golf experience today.
I think when you're training for other sports, or why most people go to the gym is so that they can have muscles and be strong and be healthy. And a lot of the reason why they struggle to play golf is their body doesn't move properly for them to be able to hit a golf ball. And when you're training for golf, it's a little bit different because you're focused more on flexibility and mobility and being strong in motion. When you're able to kind of have a warm-up and have a workout routine and kind of gradually build up to where you're training your body to move properly, yeah, you're going to get a lot of big dividends on the golf course.
Super easy to hit. Introducing the new PXG Black Ops irons, our first game improvement iron.
It's a larger face heel to toe.
It launches the ball high in the air and really far.
Much higher levels of forgiveness. You set that club down, creates a lot of confidence. It's supported by this X-Core column material.
And that's where you get improved ball speed. If you're looking for a distance, forgiveness, and feel, Black Ops iron is going to be for you.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Stride by Zero Friction, the first of its kind personal caddy. Walk in comfort and style with Stride's remote and follow me technology. The Stride handles almost any terrain, and its 54-hole range will last all day. The lightweight design and removable front wheels makes it simple to handle. Plus, it easily fits golf carts. Pick up your Stride today at a local PGA Tour Superstore near you or at zerofriction.com/Stride. Stride, your personal caddy.
Every January, PGA Tour Superstore pros meet every manufacturer, learn about the latest equipment, log thousands of hours of training, and together hit over 100,000 balls. All so they can get you the perfect fit.
Welcome back, folks. Absolute delight to have your company. Today's show has been so much fun. You heard me open the show today. We're broadcasting from Studio 2, our home here at NBC Sports. And I was talking about the fact that, and I wasn't trying to be boastful about it, I was just being honest about it, that in the thousands of shows that we've done over the years, this might be the most important show that we've ever done, because we're talking to all of you about how and when and where you can get the junior golfer in your life, whether it's a son or a daughter or a grandchild or a friend, involved in the game of golf. And in any endeavor that you want to get involved in, obviously there is either the perception or the reality of barriers. Where can you play? How much does it cost? What are the resources that you have to dedicate, whether we're talking about money, whether we're talking about time, or what have you? So all of those things we've been able to go through today. You can see the names that we have displayed about the different organizations that have fabulous programs to help you get your junior golfer engaged in the game of golf. You can always log on to the Fairways of Life YouTube channel, and you can find this show to rewatch it, or clips of what we have done there to help you along. Now, the USGA obviously is forefront for the game of golf in the United States, and the massive number of programs that they have in place to further the game in all regards. One of those areas Mike Wan introduced us to a little less than a year ago when he was talking about the USGA's U.S. National Development Program. Heather Daly-Donofrio is the managing director of the same. And we thought we'd wrap a bow around today's discussions by having Heather on the show to talk to us more about this national program. Heather, good day to you. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. What is the U.S. National Development Program?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Matt. What a great show, and such important resources to all the young players and families out there. So U.S. National Development Program, it's long overdue. I mean, the United States is virtually the only country across the globe that doesn't have a national development program. It's the only Olympic sport in the United States that doesn't have a national development program. That really provides a pathway for young elite juniors to progress from the elite junior game all the way to the highest levels of the game. You know, other countries have been doing this for years, where they identify 12, 13, 14-year-old promising young boys and girls, and they bring them into their federation, and they train them, they support them, they fund them, they provide them development opportunities. And at the USGA, we really felt like it was time that we give the same level or even more resources and support to our American players that other countries have been doing for years.
And how does it manifest itself, Heather? Where is a facility, or what is your outreach? When you started this, I mean, I imagine you have a blank sheet of paper in front of you. Where do you go?
Yeah, so we did start with a blank sheet of paper. We did a lot of research and looking at other countries, and we launched in February 2023. And what we're really trying to do is to build that aspirational pathway for young boys and girls at the elite junior level, starting at 12, 13, 14 years old, who have the work ethic, the desire, the talent, the athleticism to reach the highest levels of the game. And we're doing that in a variety of ways. We do want to build this aspirational pathway, starting with our teams. We started a state team program. We're going to have about 124 players named to state teams coming up at the end of the year. We'll add more state teams next year, 9 more to the national teams, which we launched the junior national team, who's had great success this year. And so players will start at the state level, they'll progress eventually to a regional level that will build all the way up to the national teams, and then hopefully to the professional level. And so we know there are so many talented juniors in every corner of the United States, and we want to find them. We want to find those young boys and girls who have the ability to progress through this pathway and provide them with whatever resources they need, whether that's financial, whether it's athlete development, whether that's coaching, mentorship, and really bring them into the fold. I mean, I think that's what's different about our program, is building this aspirational program. And we're really enhancing and capitalizing on all of the great work of the other organizations that we've heard on your show today. You know, we have 71 grant recipients in our program. 63% of them are products of PGA Junior League, 60% of them from the first tee, 60% from youth on course, 25% from girls golf. So all of these great athletes are coming out of these grassroots programming. We're able to take them on into our program, meet them where they are, meet them where their needs are, whether it's financial or athlete development, and continue progressing them through the pathway.
Heather, from your personal perspective and that of the USGA, how excited are you about all of these programs that you just referenced and more grassroots that you referred to some of them, in terms of the real impact? This isn't just a mention of growing the game to suit other agendas. This is real, and it's having a great impact across the board.
Yeah, it's right. We're super excited about the program. We're super excited about what is happening in junior golf, and all of the organizations. We all have the same goals and aspirations. We want to get more kids in the game, and we want to help them reach their goals, not just in the game, but in life. And that's what we're really focused on with the USNDP. Is focused on. We have 71 athletes on grants, and they are playing great golf. You know, one example is Ava Bessaril, who's from Ohio. She's on a grant. She had never had the opportunity really to play outside of her state, and then through our USNDP grant was able to play in bigger competitions. She's had 3 top 10s in AJGA events, and now is getting looks from D1 colleges. We have our grant recipients are from 24 different states, and we're not just writing checks. We're providing development opportunities with our national coaches in all aspects of athlete development for our grant recipients. We've got our 18 players on the national teams, and then through our partnership with the AJGA, we're able to create some access to some more competitive opportunities, and our kids are having great success in through that partnership with the AJGA. We've had 18 kids who hadn't played in AJGA before in one start earn all exempt status for 2025. So a lot of exciting things happening. We're changing lives, as all the organizations on this call are. Golf is such an important game to the development of young boys and girls. And there's a lot of ways to get involved with the USNDP. I think you just flashed on our website. And if kids want to get involved and they want to be seen, we want to find you. We are looking, we're scouring leaderboards and in rankings, but we have a golf resume form on our website. Any athlete can fill out that resume. And when an athlete does, they're indicating their interest in the USNDP. We'll start evaluating that athlete, tracking them, and hopefully be able to provide them with some resources. Our grant application window is open. It's open until October 31st. So again, looking for those really promising athletes who want to dive in further with us, who really want to dive into the development, have a need for financial resources. I encourage them to apply for the grant. And then for kids to start looking at their state team programs. Again, we've got 7 states on board. This year, we have another 9 coming on in 2025, and we've got a whole host of states lined up in 2026. So log on and visit your Allied Golf Associations, your PGA of America sections. We're collaborating together with our allied golf associations and the PGA of America and building these state team programs, which is the first step in this aspirational pathway to the professional game.
Heather, it is so awesome. Congratulations with the success you've
Thank
had
you.
with the program so far. We're super excited about everything that lies in store and collectively for all the efforts that the USGA is making on behalf of golfers everywhere. We appreciate your time. Now, Dom, I want to bring you in here just for a second because none of this would have happened without your vision of putting this show together and focusing on junior golf. And as you and I both are dads and you have a son that's currently involved in junior golf, what's your reaction just to the wall of information that we've been able to get today about opportunities that exist out there?
I would say, first of all, thank you. This was an important program for me personally, obviously because it's close to my heart as a father. But I will say this. I think the most important aspect of this program and in general is the idea that people think that there's a massive financial blockade, and there is not. There is not. Golf is very affordable. It's very accessible. All these programs have grant programs. They're extremely affordable. I mean, I have youth on course. I think you said it was $30 a year. The first tee programs everything is incredibly affordable and available and accessible. Get your kids involved. They're going to love it.
Well done, Dom, with everything that you've put together. This show, as I mentioned, was very, very important, I think, because for a lot of people, they don't know where to start. And what we wanted to do today was just show you that getting started is easier than you may think. And it really doesn't matter what level your junior golfer has experience in the game of golf, from advanced to very little. Thank you so much for your company, folks. Bye for now.